Hi everyone, these are the instructions for completing unsupervised exercise sessions for those in the aerobic exercise group of the ARZ brain study. So the following instructions are here to guide you through any exercise sessions that you complete on your own. So you are welcome to complete these sessions whenever and wherever you can, as long as you're still getting those 3 sessions a week total. And you can exercise at the Y, you can exercise at home, outside, whatever works best for you. Our weeks do run from Monday to Sunday, so please upload completed exercise sessions from the week by Sunday evening. And then if you do ever have any questions, please reach out to your personal trainer to assist you further with your logs or your exercise prescription at all. So in order to start your exercise, you need to have a few items. So that will be your polar heart rate monitor and strap. You'll also need to open up your Polar B app on your phone. So that's what the application looks like here. You're going to need your Garmin on, so make sure you have that. And then finally, you're going to need your home exercise log, and your trainer will give you a paper copy of that to fill out. So now that we have everything we need, we're going to put on our polar heart rate monitor so we can get our heart rate levels. We're going to clip it into the strap here. When you're done, make sure you unclip it so we're not losing battery life on your polar device. And then you're going to might have to get it a little bit moist just so it reads your heart rate better. So if you have a hard time getting your heart rate, just get it a little bit wet and it should help. But we're going to have the device always facing away from the skin and the smooth area contacting the skin. You'll wrap it around your chest, make sure the device is in the middle, and then you can just tuck it right under the bottom of your sports bra there. So now that we have our heart rate strap on, we're going to sit and rest for 5 minutes and then check our resting heart rate and record it on our log. You're going to do that from both your Garmin and your Polar device. So you're going to need to navigate to your Polar B app, and this is where you're going to see your heart rate. So right now I'm just going to check to make sure it's paired. Yep, I'm all paired, all set there. So I'm going to navigate back to the training main page, and you can see in that blue circle at the top left are some numbers. That is going to be your heart rate. So we're good. I'm going to take my resting heart rate. It looks like it's 67 right now. I have my Polar device and strap on. So this is what I'm going to write down on my log. I'm also going to get that heart rate from my Garmin. So this is what your Garmin looks like. You can do it on your main page, so it's 74, or you can scroll down and find it. So now I'm going to start my exercise prescription. Your trainer is going to give you that information. They'll give you a heart rate range. So for this example, we'll say it's 95 to 105. I have an RPE range. We'll say it's 10 to 12. Duration is going to be 30 to 45 minutes. So we're going to warm up for 5 minutes before you start your exercise. This is going to be separate from the time exercising. So if I exercise for 30 minutes, cool down would make it 35. So before I start even moving or anything, I'm going to press start here, and now I can start my session. So before you start warming up, press start on your Polar. You can see your heart rate there. You're going to warm up for 5 minutes, and then you're going to exercise. Halfway between your exercise, you're going to take your heart rates again. You're also going to take your RPE. And this will be halfway through the exercise. So if you're exercising for 30 minutes, at 15 minutes, you're going to take your heart rate from both your Garmin and your Polar, and you're going to write it on your exercise log. And then don't stop the app when you do it. Just open it up and look at it. You won't stop the app until you're done with your cool down. So RPE, if you can recall, is this scale here. It's our rating of perceived exertion. So this score goes from a 6 to 20. 6 means that you're sitting on the couch, not moving. You're basically resting. You're not doing anything. 20 is maximal exertion, the most work you've ever done ever. You can't possibly go anymore or give anymore. So it's basically you just think to yourself, how hard do I feel I am working right now? For our study, we're going to stay in the greens and the yellows. We're never going to make it to the orange. So sometimes you might feel, this is kind of light. Other times it's going to be a little bit harder. So you'll just say halfway during your session how you feel. A 12 is usually a really brisk walk. So again, that running late walk is going to be that 12. So you'll go in and record it. here on your heart or your exercise log. So for the session, we'll record that heart rate halfway, RPE halfway, and then how long we exercise, not including the warm-up or cool-down minutes. If you are walking on a treadmill, please include your speed and elevation. And then you'll go into cool down for 5 minutes, and after you've cooled down, you're going to just double check your resting levels. So has your heart rate returned to resting levels? Did your RPE return to less resting levels? So we're done with our cool down. We're going to go and press pause here and then stop. So we're done with our session completely. Make sure you save. That's a big one, is make sure you're saving your session. This will give you a rundown of your session, so everything you did for your session that day. And then you can select done in the top left, and you'll see if your session saved, it will show up at the bottom here under latest sessions. So that's how you'll know it's saved. And then you'll just get that recovery heart rate. So I'm at 65. And then you'll document that back on your exercise log. So here's our exercise log. If you have any comments about anything, you'll put it on the back of the log here. So how you were feeling, if you had any medication changes, pain, maybe you didn't sleep well the day before, anything like that. More information is always better than less. So maybe you felt really, really good. We'd love to hear that as well. Once you're done, you're going to navigate to that email you get every Monday morning. And so this has your goals for the week, but I would also discuss with your trainer if they have any changes. But you're going to select the link that says exercise log, and this can be from any email that you receive for your logs. And then we're going to input the date of our session. So if you're doing your session on a Tuesday, but you're not putting in your log until Thursday, put the date of the session that you did on Tuesday. Then we'll also do the time. So I'm going to say I exercised right now. I just finished it. My exercise session was unsupervised because I'm the participant, and I'm completing this entry as a participant. Again, if you have any changes in symptoms, medication, pain, anything like that, you'll select yes and then just elaborate further. I didn't feel anything, so I said no. And then it gives you a quick rundown of all the instructions again. So sit and rest before your warm-up. You'll do a 5-minute warm-up. Halfway through your exercise, you're going to document your heart rate, RPE, and then you'll record how long you were exercising for, followed by a 5-minute cool down, and then did your heart rates and everything go back to normal resting levels. So I did complete this session, and this has a list of everywhere you could exercise. So the Y, home, maybe somewhere else. I exercised at home today, and for today's exercise, I just walked outside. So now it's going to have you input all of the things that you recorded during your session. So for my polar heart rate at rest, I was at 64. My Garmin heart rate was a little bit higher, so it read that I was at 65. Halfway during that exercise, I hit 103. Again, my Garmin was a little bit higher. I was at 105. And then after my cool down for recovery, I didn't go all the way back down. I was at 73. And then I was at 78 for the Garmin. For duration, I did warm up for 5 minutes. I exercised for 30 minutes, and then I had a shorter cool down. I just cooled down for 3 minutes. I didn't have enough time for the full 5. And then during my exercise, my rating of perceived exertion was 12. And then any comments or anything, I felt pretty good, didn't have any problems. So it was a good session today. So I'll select submit. And then once you come back to this page, you can also, it will show on yours, but it will say add another exercise session. So if you decide you want to add all of your sessions at once at the end of the week instead of right after you do them, you can just go in and input them all at once. So that is how you go about completing your own home exercise logs. If you have any questions, please reach out to your personal trainer. You can also reach out to the lab. We're always happy to help guide you through your exercise sessions, but your trainer is definitely going to be your main point of contact. Once you're done with that paper log, you're going to save it and then give it to your personal trainer at your next training session.